Hello, movie lovers! Bob for Bob's movie review here, and today I'm bringing you guys my September and October of 2020 collection update. Now, I decided to do a live stream because I did it on the last one. I guess that would have been a couple months ago, and I thought it went pretty good, so I thought I'd do it again. If you guys haven't seen one of these videos, what I try to do is bring you guys a look at all the movies that either I picked up or sent to me for review, try to remember what they're about, and give you my thoughts and opinions on it. Now, there's a ton of movies. You can see this stack right here. October was a crazy month. The studios were putting out a lot of movies, promoting them pretty hard, and it gave me an opportunity to probably have the most review content I've ever had in one month. It was a great month for me on YouTube. Things have definitely slowed down in November. Hardly any movies coming out in November, which is good. Gives me a break, get caught up on some other stuff. So I think what I'm going to do in this one is, first off, I'm going to go over my purchases. I purchased a lot of Steelbooks, but we'll talk about the purchases. So first up, I picked up the Haunt Blu-ray. This one is from Ronin Flicks. This is a great version of this film, Haunt. I reviewed this when it first released on digital last year, I think it was, but it only got a DVD release, and now this company, Ronin Flicks, put it out on Blu-ray, and it's a really cool version. Definitely check out that unboxing if you guys haven't already. I came with lots of cool extra stuff. It was kind of spendy. I don't remember if this was $55 or $60. But it came with like posters, and pins, and magnets, and all kinds of stuff. There's a cheaper version available, but it does have the original cover art instead of this art. Picked up Harriet on Blu-ray. Have not seen it. I picked up this Hocus Pocus 2020 slipcover. They just changed the coloring on the slipcover, I guess. But I kind of felt like I just wanted to get it, so I picked that up. This is the same version that previously released. I did post an unboxing of that one. I did also pick up the Nightmare Before Christmas 2020 slipcover, and I believe they've actually released another slipcover already in 2020 for this one, but this is the same version inside that's already been released. I did post an unboxing of that one. I have a couple here that I picked up at the dollar store. I can't remember if it was even this month or not, or the last month or what, but I picked up this At First Light. This one was from Gravitas Ventures. It was one of the first movies I reviewed for them, and I remember the video got a lot of views, and I decided to pick this movie up, although it wasn't like a real great movie. It was interesting, and so I just wanted to get a physical copy of it. I had wanted to check this one out for a long time. The Resurrection of Gavin Stone, just because it has the Heartbreak Kid. I was just curious to see how he would do in a movie, so I picked that up. Sharks 3D, Entourage, the movie, picked that one up. I've never seen this one, but I did post an unboxing of this. Black Christmas. This is the 1974 Scream Factory version. Haven't seen this one, but I did post an unboxing of mid-90s. This one is directed by Jonah Hill. This could be interesting. I definitely need to check this one out. I have not yet, but I did post an unboxing. Fear Farm. This one was put out by Indican Pictures, and it's about these kids who go to this corn maze, and they are like kind of have this challenge to get through it within 2 hours, but there's people trying to kill them or something. I'm not real sure, but definitely my kind of movie. Interesting sounding synopsis for sure. One I've never seen, Monster Squad. I have not posted my unboxing quite yet on that one. No, I will have the other Black Christmas in this video as well. The Faculty. I was excited to see this one on Blu-ray. I haven't seen this movie in years, but I did like it. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet. Looking forward to that one. I did post an unboxing of that. Arkansas. I did review this one back when it released on digital, and I did post an unboxing of this. It was an interesting movie. This one was directed by Clark Duke, and it's about these drug dealers. I'm assuming in Arkansas. That's why it's called Arkansas. Can't remember for sure, but definitely an interesting movie on that one. Now we're back to the dollar store again. Murder Party. I think this one I picked up just because it was a Wild Eye releasing. Apocalypse Road. I didn't have it. And this one, I think I got this one at the dollar store before on DVD. Never watched it. Now I got the Blu-ray. Tim and Eric's $1 Billion Movie. Never seen that one. I picked this one up. I think I posted an unboxing of this one. The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. I have not seen it. I picked this up to watch with my daughter, and she wasn't into it. I haven't seen this one either, but I did post an unboxing of Black Christmas. This is the 2019 version. A lot of people hated on this one for sure. I picked this one up. This is a new just slipcover version. Well, actually, I don't know if there was anything new on this. There could have been new stuff too on this. The 45th anniversary of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Like I said, I did post an unboxing of this one. I've never seen the movie though. I picked this one up because it was going, getting in low stock, and I feel like, probably going to be sold out pretty soon, if not already. Troll Complete Collection on Blu-ray. If you want to try to find a slipcover version, they're kind of crazy expensive. But this has the exclusive, the best worst movie on Blu-ray. Like, I don't think there's any other way to get the best worst movie on Blu-ray, and that's the documentary about Troll 2. Love Troll 2, so had to pick that up. I already have it, Troll 2 on Blu-ray, and I have the best worst movie on DVD, but I don't have the best worst movie on Blu-ray, and this has this cool art. I mean, it was kind of weird because everything on it's Troll 2 inspired, even though it does also have Troll 1 on it. I have not got my unboxing together on that one yet. Now for the Steelbooks. I did get the Picard Season 1 Steelbook, and I have an unboxing of that up, but I don't have that with me. Just trying to make a room. Like, my desk can't even fit all these movies. So I got the Incredible Hulk 4K Steelbook. I haven't posted the unboxing of this one yet because I still got to build the website or build the page on my website for it. So I haven't got to that one yet. But the Psycho 60th Anniversary Steelbook, there's an unboxing of that one. I love the movie, guys. I thought it looked good in 4K. It's about, you guys don't know, I mean, it's about this guy who runs this motel, and he's kind of crazy and kills people. But definitely interesting movie. Picked up the Goonies 4K Steelbook. This is like my third Goonies Steelbook. There should be an unboxing of this one up. Love this movie, guys. It was one of my favorites as a kid. These kids, to save their town, they go on a treasure hunt, and there's these like killers after them. It's a fun movie, fairly family friendly, but not 100%. I don't like these Steelbook protectors I got. This one, I picked up the Beetlejuice 4K Steelbook. There should be an unboxing of that one. Another fun movie. I'm going to be talking about it a little bit later, so some of these I'm not going to talk about right now. The Tax Collector 4K Steelbook. I did post an unboxing of that one. 300 4K Steelbook. I did post an unboxing of that one. Nightmare on Elm Street Steelbook. This is my only Nightmare on Elm Street that I have on Blu-ray. I did post an unboxing of that one. Motel Hell from Scream Factory. Posted an unboxing of that. Arctic. I got this one from Zavvi, and I did post an unboxing of that one. Pumpkinhead from Scream Factory. I did post an unboxing of that one. I have almost all the Scream Factory releases, but I've never watched most of them, so that's how I am, guys. Goodfellas 4K Steelbook. I did post an unboxing of that one. Rocky Horror Picture Show 45th Anniversary Steelbook. I love this Steelbook. Can't remember if I did post the unboxing of that or not. Got the Back to the Future 4K Steelbook collection, and I did post an unboxing of this one. I love this franchise for sure. The Halloween 1979, right? 1979, I believe. 1978 4K Steelbook. This is one of the best Steelbooks of the year for sure. Great looking on that. I did post an unboxing of that. Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 4K Steelbook. Definitely a really cool Steelbook. I'm not sure why, other than money, like why did they put this 2-pack out? I'm not sure, but it is a very nice Steelbook. Home Alone 4K Steelbook. Should be unboxing of that up. Hocus Pocus 4K Steelbook. Should be unboxing of that up as well. And then finally, these Steelbook covers or protectors are the worst. Full Metal Jacket 4K Steelbook. Should be unboxing of that. So we're going to start here with this kind of medium-sized stack here from Universal. The Secret Garden. I did post an unboxing of this, and I did. All these should have reviews available in the shopping guides. But this one was about this little girl who's kind of orphaned by the war, and she gets sent to live with her uncle. And he has like this son who's sick, and she finds out there's this secret garden, and she goes there. And I was a little confused, like, because I didn't think it was real, but then like at the end it seems like it's real. I don't know. It was kind of interesting movie. Not one that I loved. They also sent over American Pie Presents Girls Rules. Now, a lot of people were super interested in this one. I did post an unboxing of this, and it released, I think, almost the same time on Netflix. So I can't imagine a lot of people really ran out to pick it up when they could just easily watch it on Netflix. But this was, 20 years or so after the original. It's a whole new cast, and it's a female-led movie, so the humor is a little different, the story is a little different. I thought the story was pretty good overall. I was a little confused what exactly they were going for as far as the pact like they had to make, but I enjoyed the story. I didn't find it all that funny. Like I thought the first few minutes were funny, but after that I wasn't laughing too much. Let's see. Universal also sent over the Blumhouse 10 movie collection, and they post an unboxing of that. This includes The Purge, Ouija, The Boy Next Door, Unfriended, The Visit, Split, Get Out, Happy Death Day, Truth or Dare, and Ma. In my opinion, 10 pretty good movies. There's a couple in here that I didn't care for as much, but this was my first time watching The Boy Next Door, which I think is better than people give it credit for. I mean, it's exactly what I would have expected it to be. So if other people went into it expecting something else, I'm not sure what they would have expected. And then I think pretty much everything else I had already seen before. Oh, Get Out. Watched Get Out for the first time. That was a great movie, for sure. Universal sent over Beckman. I don't. This is kind of a forgettable movie. I remember this guy. He had to go back into his life of crime for some reason to get his daughter or some woman, and I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of that one. It was all right, but he wasn't super believable as this kind of action fighting star kind of thing. And then Universal also sent over the Alfred Hitchcock collection. All four of these movies for the first time in 4K: Rear Window, Vertigo, Psycho, and The Birds. I did post an unboxing of this. To me, all these movies looked really good on 4K, but they also looked really good on Blu-ray. So I feel like unless you're doing like a side-by-side comparison, it might be tough to really tell the difference. I did look at reviews on Blu-ray.com, and they mentioned stuff that definitely was improved. And like I say, if you do a side-by-side comparison, maybe you'll see it. But just watching it, I just didn't see a huge leap in the quality. But four really good movies for sure. All right, Paramount sent over Picard season 1 for review. I need to post an unboxing of that. Now, this was Patrick Stewart back as Captain Picard, and he's trying to. What was he trying to do? He's trying to solve these androids had like blown up all the Romulans or something, and he's trying to find out what really happened because there's a conspiracy, and he hires this ship to kind of fly him around. And I liked it. It was definitely very interesting. Nowhere near as good as the Next Generation, but very interesting. They did sprinkle in a few Star Trek alumni to kind of keep it going, but definitely a fun show to check out for sure. Paramount sent over Mighty Oak for review. I did post an unboxing of this. This is a very interesting movie about this band, and the lead singer's sister's like their manager, and he ends up dying in a car accident. And then 10 years later or something, they meet this kid, and he just seems so much like him, and he acts so much like him, and they think it's kind of like his reincarnation. Unfortunately, I don't feel like they ever really answered that question, but this is a good kind of family-friendly movie for the most part, and it had a good story to it and decent acting, and I enjoyed that one. Uh, Paramount also sent over Roman Holiday. This is part of the Paramount Presents line, and I did post an unboxing of that, of course. And this one was about the queen or princess, I believe. I don't remember the country, but she's like vacationing through Europe, or maybe she's not vacationing. I can't remember. She's traveling through Europe, and she goes out and she doesn't let anybody know who she is, and she meets this guy, and they kind of fall in love. And it's an interesting movie. I don't know if it's really my cup of tea per se. And then Paramount also sent over the Stephen King 5-movie collection. Did post an unboxing of this. It includes The Stand, Pet Sematary 1989, Pet Sematary 2019, Silver Bullet, and The Dead Zone. These three Pretty familiar with these. Pet Cemetery I've seen a few times. New Pet Cemetery I've seen twice. And The Stand I've seen a bunch of times. Had never seen Silver Bullet or The Dead Zone. Really liked The Dead Zone. That was a great movie. Silver Bullet was all right. I didn't love it as a werewolf kind of thing. The Stand is amazing. Looks great on Blu-ray as well. Paramount also sent over Most Wanted. This is a Josh Hartnett movie where he's investigating this kid who kind of gets set up for this drug deal and sent to prison for life. And Josh Hartnett's like a journalist, and he's trying to prove that the government kind of set him up. And it's based on a true story. It's very interesting. I don't think this thing really got as much attention as it deserves, and I like this one, guys. It was a very interesting one for sure. Paramount also sent over The Haunting for review, and this is part of the Paramount Presents line as well, and I did post an unboxing of that. Now, I know a lot of people don't get super down with this movie, and I know it was a little bit cheesy. I mean, it had a pretty decent cast: Liam Neeson, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Owen Wilson, and Lily Taylor. And they go to this house, and they're supposed to be doing a sleep study there for insomnia. But really, they think like the house is haunted or something, and the guy wants to study their fear and all this kind of stuff. And lots of crazy stuff gets down in the house. And it was an interesting movie. I feel like it kind of has like this really slow build, and then everything just happens so quick. Like it's not a very well paced movie for sure. But I like it. It was interesting. Paramount also sent over The Great Season 1. And this is supposed to be like a comedic look at Catherine the Great, right? Catherine the Great, yeah. And so it's kind of based on some facts, but they take a lot of liberties with it, I guess, and it's kind of comedy. I thought it was okay. I wasn't super into it. Last one from Paramount, I was really into The Vanished, and I did post an unboxing of this one. And this one was about this couple who they go camping, or they're in an RV. I think it was like over Thanksgiving week or weekend or whatever. And right after they get there, their daughter disappears, and they're kind of all this really weird stuff comes up, and they're kind of looking for their daughter, and the cops are looking for it. All this stuff happens, and there's lots of kind of twists and turns, and at the end, there's a big twist, and I really enjoyed this one. That was a great movie. All right, now I got a stack here of just kind of like one-offs from different studios. I think some might have two or something. Quiver Distribution did send me the screener copy because it hasn't had a physical release of LX 2048. That was a movie where was that the one where they couldn't go out in the sun and like everybody just lives at night. It was interesting. Dark Sky Films sent over The Honeymoon Phase. I did post an unboxing of this. And this was about this young couple who pretend they're married because there's this experiment going on, and they can get like $10,000 or something like that by partaking in the experiment, where they're kind of locked away together in this house, and they're supposed to be studying why there's kind of this honeymoon phase where things are really good and people are happy and and whatnot. And that was a really interesting movie. I definitely like the performances. I think the lead guy here, I don't know what his name is, I thought he was really good, and I liked his portrayal. And it's definitely an interesting movie to check out. Next up, this one was from GVN Releasing, Guilt, and there should be an unboxing of this one up. This is about this kind of woman vigilante who was going after these. At first, it seemed like just men, and then she also went after some women who had kind of like sexually assaulted or molested or whatever children, and she was kind of going after them and getting revenge on them. And I was a little confused in the title, like something happens, but I don't know. This is an okay movie. Quiver Distribution sent over To Your Last Death. This is a very interesting animated movie with a very unique art style, and it was about this family is brought together by their rich father, and he's going to tell them all that he's dying, right? He's dying, but then he decides to like take like kill them all. But then it turns out it's this game, and there's these alien rulers, and like it got so confusing. I could not follow it. I liked some of it, but it just got to be where I just didn't really understand what's going on. This one's from 4 Digital Media. They sent over Killer Therapy, and there's an unboxing of this one up. And this was about this guy who definitely had some instability and mental issues for sure, and his parents or whatever really didn't recognize it, and he ends up killing someone. And it kind of is like, they call it killer therapy because he gets like sent to therapy, and then they say he's cured, and then he kills somebody else, and then he goes to like a mental hospital, and then when he gets released, he kills somebody else. It's just kind of like a cycle there. It's an interesting movie. Artsploitation sent over The Dead Ones. This one was a little confusing to me because it was like so many things going on. These people are like in detention or something at the school at night, but they keep seeing visions of these people like doing like a school shooting or something. But then it's them, and I couldn't follow this one, guys. It was interesting, but I just really couldn't follow it. Another one here from Artsploitation Films. Welcome to the Circle. Another one that I couldn't follow. Like, what's up with them with the movies not being able to follow? And this was about this cult called the Circle. But there's almost like a supernatural thing going on where there was this circle where things would happen in the future and the past, but there was like all these mannequins, and like there's a lot of really interesting ideas, but just a story that I was not able to follow. Magnolia sent over Amulet, and I did post an unboxing of this one. This one was about a soldier who like looks for an asylum, and this nun or something ends up like kind of getting him together with this woman, and he moves in with her, and then kind of like her mom is sick or something, and all this strange stuff happens. I thought the ending of this was great. I really liked the ending. The movie was pretty slow. Like I was not super into the story, but the ending was good. Sorry, I can't stop coughing now. Electric Entertainment sent over The Outpost Season 2. This is a very interesting fantasy show about this woman who's like I didn't know exactly what was going on, but she's not human, and this other woman who's the queen, and like everybody wants to take over the land, and there's like these demons that are summoned, and this other race. Very interesting. Like if you guys are into fantasy, it's one to check out. I gotta pick up Season 1 so I kind of know what was going on. I thought Logo USA had sent over more, but I guess not. I got Broil, and I did post an unboxing of this. This was a kind of like a vampire movie, but not exactly. I was a little confused because they kind of say they're not exactly vampires. This guy brings his family together, and they're supposed to have their annual feeding, but things kind of like turn on each other. And I thought it was a very interesting movie. I definitely enjoyed that one. Welgo USA also sent over Cutthroat City. This is a story about these guys after Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, and they're trying to get by, and they're trying to make money, and they end up working for this gang, and they're supposed to rob this casino, and it's a setup, and things go wrong, and then they got to try to clear everything. It's definitely an interesting movie. I like that one, guys. Check that one out. New company sending me stuff. I don't know if they're how new they are as far as like distribution, but Reel to Reel Films sent all these over. This first one, A Dark Path. I don't remember a ton about it, but it was about these girls who are at this like bachelorette party or something, and they leave and they get lost, and they end up kind of like out in the middle of nowhere, and there's some sort of creatures out there. Unfortunately, this was like the kind of movie where the first hour nothing happens, and the last 15 minutes there's a little bit. I wasn't super into that one. Behind the Line, Escape to Dunkirk. This was kind of a military one where this guy is captured by the Nazis, and he's like a famous boxer, and they want him to box against the Nazis, and he doesn't want to do it, but then they realize they could use this as kind of like a plan to escape. Interesting for sure. I like that one. Time Loop. This is another confusing one. I feel like a lot of these movies, like you almost need some sort of science degree to follow them. But this one, this guy and his dad, or his dad, I think it is, invents a time machine, but doesn't realize it, or I can't remember what that deal was exactly. But basically, you just see them reliving the same moment over and over and over, and trying to fix everything. And it was one I couldn't follow. House of Shadows. This one was about this woman who her mom dies and leaves her this house, and she didn't know about the house. And they go and there's like an entity in the house. It was okay. Some people were telling me they really enjoyed that one. I just thought it was all right. With those paranormal entity house things, I don't know. I have trouble following those. This one I picked up. I did get the Friday the 13th from Scream Factory collection. Definitely check out that unboxing if you haven't already. It's a great set for sure. Glad to add that one to the collection. Man, I cannot stop coughing now. All right, RLG Films started sending me stuff for review again. Why'd they stop? I do not know, but I thought that was kind of the reason why there's going to be so much stuff for October. But the stack isn't that big. Like, it didn't affect me that much. So they sent over The Tax Collector. I did post an unboxing of this. This was a very interesting movie. Like, a lot of people were kind of lukewarm about this. I thought it was a great movie, guys. I really enjoyed this one. Shia LaBeouf and this other guy, Bobby Soto, they work for a gang and they collect money from drug dealers. And Shia LaBeouf is kind of like the enforcer, so if they don't pay, he makes them pay. And then this guy comes back from Mexico, I believe it was, and he wants to take over the whole operation. And basically he goes after Bobby Soto's family, and he has to save his family. Very interesting movie. Some really graphic violence in this one. I really enjoyed the story and the characters, though. It was a really good, I thought it was a really good movie myself. They also sent over Eli Roth, History of Horror Season 1. Great show, guys. I love this show. Horror fans, definitely get this show if you haven't seen it already. They basically take, directors, actors, writers, whatever they are, talk about different subgenres of horror, the movies that influenced it, their impact on movies. Great show. I loved it. Also sent over Spree. I did post an unboxing of this one. It's a very interesting movie about this guy who's kind of trying to become famous through social media and not really having any luck. And he comes up with this idea that he's going to start killing people and that will make him famous. And the only problem is people think it's fake and it's not going real well for him. But it's a very interesting movie. I definitely like that one. Check that one out if you haven't already. They also sent over The Owners, and this one was about these guys who decide to go to this old couple's house, and they think they have a lot of money, and they're going to rob them. So they break in the house when they're gone, but then they're not really finding anything, but they find a safe, and they figure they gotta wait for them to get back so they can open the safe. Things get real dark, and then they kind of have like a supernatural almost kind of like, I thought something crazy was going to be in the safe. It was an interesting movie. It almost feels like two completely separate movies, because like the first half is kind of like the robbery, and then the second half is like a home invasion kind of thing. It was interesting. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Nosferatu Season 2. I did not see Season 1. I definitely wish I had. But this one was about Charlie Manx and Vic. And Charlie Manx was this guy who, he was like immortal, and he controlled this Christmas town, and he had like kids there. But I imagine a lot of this stuff was explained in the first season, and they didn't really explain anything in the second season, so I was pretty lost. But basically, he goes after Vic's son, and she has to save him. Definitely a very interesting show, very interesting idea, good characters. Unfortunately, this was the last season, but I liked it. I definitely need to go back and get season 1 of that. And one of my favorite movies of October, Scare Package. I did post an unboxing of this one. This is kind of like an anthology horror comedy kind of thing. They do kind of tie a lot of the stuff together, but basically there's a bunch of anthology style horror comedy movies. Some of them were hilarious. I thought they were great. Definitely check that one out. Thank you for the comment. Sorry, it's a little hard for me to see it. How long ago was that? All right, Lionsgate. They sent over The Doorman. This movie was just so generic, and there are lots of really just terribleness to it. But for some reason, Ruby Rose is an ex-Marine. Like, that's believable for one thing. And then there's like this accident, and this person gets killed that she's supposed to be protecting, and so she becomes a doorman at a, well, yeah, I don't know what you call it, the building where people live in, like apartments or something. And yeah, these people come to rob the bank, or come to rob the apartments, or I can't remember. They're going to rob this one guy. He had all these stolen paintings, and she has to stop him. I guess I don't know. I wasn't super down with that. It was okay. It was okay, but I mean, it wasn't great. Seized. Seized. This was about this guy who they want him to kill a bunch of people for him, so they kidnap his son, and he has to kill all the people, and they'll let his son go. That was actually a pretty good one. You know, Scott Adkins was good. You know, I mean, it wasn't great, but it was decent, and the action was believable. Lots of action and a fun movie. Very surprised on that one, guys. They also sent over The Secret Dare to Dream, and this is kind of a feel-good kind of movie. And, you know, I thought this thing was going to get super preachy, but it never really seemed to. And to me, it was kind of, it was kind of more of, you know, everybody has within them the power to be a positive influence and a helpful citizen of the world. And I liked it. Katie Holmes, her husband has died, and she's dating this guy, but I don't know, they're not really a love connection. And this guy comes out of nowhere and helps her like fix her car and her roof and like all this stuff. The ending seemed a little bit out of left field, but I liked it. Little Monsters. This is the one where Howie Mandel is a monster, and he comes at night, and Fred Savage like catches him, and he starts hanging out with him, and it's kind of a funny thing. I like that one. And I'd never seen or heard of this one. Shivers. It was about these people in this I don't know, apartments. Yeah, apartments, and these kind of like parasites or something get inside them and start killing them. And it was interesting. A lot of blood and stuff in it, though. No Lupita Nyong'o, but it was an interesting one. Let It Snow. This one was about this couple who they're on this mountain, and there was this accident there, and this girl had gotten killed, and it was like in the black, I can't remember what they called it, the black something, and they really want to go snowboarding over there, and everybody tells them not to, but they do it anyways, and they get over there, and somebody kind of starts following them and is tormenting them. A little unbelievable that you could just go out skiing and then somebody like can follow you around, and a lot of things just seemed like way too easy. Like the woman's just kind of walking across the mountain, and she comes to this trail they left her, and it's like, well, what are the chances she traversed the whole mountain and showed up in this one spot? You know, it was an okay movie, but I don't know, I'd probably call that an average movie. I really enjoyed this one alone, and I guess a lot of people are saying this is kind of like an American version of another movie called Alive, and this is about a kind of like a pandemic or almost like a zombie kind of thing. And this, like, everybody's like turning into zombies or zombie-like people, and he's alone for like, I don't remember what it was, a month or two, and he finds out that there's a woman right across the street, and they kind of start to get to know each other and kind of work together. It's very interesting. I definitely enjoyed it. Yeah, South Korean movie. The Amityville Harvest. I don't even know what to say about this one. It's very low budget, about this vampire who wants to tell his story. They don't know he's a vampire, but he never shows up on video or audio. And there's lots of really weird stuff that's kind of unexplained that goes on in this one. But there was also like these ghost hunters, and they're filming a show, and you know, there was some interesting stuff, but I didn't get too into that one. Friendsgiving. This was kind of a comedy drama about Thanksgiving, and it's supposed to be just these two friends, and it ends up being like a whole group of friends. It was okay. No, I didn't laugh too much in it though. First Cow. This one was an interesting one. 2 hour runtime. I don't typically get into the 2 hour runtime kind of movies about these guys who found out that it was like the first cow in Oregon or wherever they were, and in the middle of the night they go and milk it, and they use the milk to make these cakes or biscuits or something, and they sell them in town, and they're just trying to save up money. Like the first hour of this movie is so slow, but the second hour is pretty good. So, I wish they had made it a little shorter. And now, for the last up, Warner Brothers was pretty good to me. Got a lot of stuff from Warner Brothers to run over with you guys. Batman: Death in the Family. It was a very interesting kind of thing where it was like a choose your path kind of thing. So you'd watch it, and then it would say they just have here you choose Robin cheats death, Batman saves Robin, or Robin dies. Depending on which path you choose, the story takes a different path, and sometimes there's multiple branching paths. I definitely did not see everything there was to see in this. There's a ton. Very interesting movie. Although I do feel like I feel like you have to keep going and trying all the choices to see the whole thing, but I just didn't have time to do all that. But I did like the movie. It was definitely interesting from the parts I saw. Cats and Dogs 3, Paws Unite. I never saw the first two, so I think I was kind of missing out on this. But, surprisingly, this was almost like two different movies. You got these kind of teenagers who, are going through teenage things, and they kind of have like a little romance. And then there's this animal story where the cats and dogs are fighting again, and so people are getting other animals, and the cats and the dogs got to solve it and whatnot. And just so much stuff with the cats and dogs was so ridiculous, and just using like paws on a stick and all the ridiculous stuff they're doing. Like I laughed so many times in this because it was just so ridiculous. But the story with the kids was all right. So the movie's okay. Like you can watch that with your kids and a whole family kind of thing. Space Ghost and Dino Boy. This was a show where it was like two different shows, and they just were like 7 or 8 minute episodes, and they kind of sandwiched them all together. I liked Space Ghost. There was Space Ghost and this woman and this man and this dog monkey. They'd have to stop evildoers in space. The other one was just kind of like a Dino Boy. Was this kid fell into this like prehistoric hole or something? I don't know. I didn't get too much into that one. Vikings season 6 volume 1. I had never seen the first 5 seasons, so I just really came into this one out of nowhere. And this is a kind of a thing about. Did I say Vikings? What did I say? About kings and battles and people trying to escape violence and people trying to get off on their own and people trying to steal everything from each other. It was very well done. Very, very good cinematography. I definitely enjoyed it. I can't, like I said, I haven't seen any of their seasons, so I can't compare the quality to any of their seasons. 300. Everybody loves this movie, right? Looked really good in 4K. Very interesting kind of color that they used in the film. This movie is about the Spartans, 300, facing 1,000,000 Persians and doing really well. Lots of violence in this one. Very interesting movie. I really like that one. Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. This was a one where it took place on Halloween, and you know what happens in Scooby-Doo. I felt like they're kind of going for like the classic music and kind of a throwback a little bit on this one. The ending in this one though made no sense whatsoever. And so basically these pumpkins are coming alive and terrorizing everybody. It was really good though. I really liked it. Valley Girl. Now, I was very surprised at this one. This is a musical. I never saw the old Valley Girl, but this was a musical and, teenage romance kind of thing. It was a fun movie. I felt like the beginning, they did a lot of real intricate song and dance numbers. And then it felt like while the singing kept going, the big displays of singing and dancing kind of ended. And like I was kind of sad. Like this is like a homage to the 80s. This movie's got like everything 80s in it, And it was fun. And that Logan Paul or whatever's in it, he was all right. Wasn't too bad. Genesis 2 and Planet Earth. This was about this guy who is supposed to be. They're testing something. I can't remember what it was space travel, and basically like the 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 bunker or the whatever they're underground like collapses, and he's left there for like I guess a couple hundred years or something, and he comes out to a world that's very different. I really like the first one. The second one was a little weird. I wasn't quite as into that. I think in that one, women had like taken over, and he's got to convince them to be all equals again. It was okay, but I just didn't like it quite as much. Stargirl season 1. This is a great show about just another DC team. What were they called? I can't think off the top of my head. But this girl finds out her dad was Starman, and he died, and now she becomes Stargirl, and she's got to try to defeat the people who killed him. It was really good. I really liked it. A lot of fun. Prodigal Son season 1. This one was kind of like a a crime drama where this guy has to solve serial killer murders, but his dad was a serial killer, and he's kind of crazy. It was a very interesting idea. I liked it. Superman, Man of Tomorrow. You know what? I just don't even remember. This one had Lobo. Oh yeah, it had an alien parasite, and does it take over Superman? I can't remember that one, guys. Sorry. Sherlock Holmes and Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows. I was never a huge fan of these. They look good on 4K. They're all right. I don't love those movies probably. Beetlejuice 4K. This one looked great in 4K. Like the color was so good. I looked at the Blu-ray and the coloring was so much better on the 4K. Of course, this is the beloved movie about these people who die. And this, I can't remember what he was. I can't remember what he called himself. But Beetlejuice is like trying to get them to help him out. And it was a fun movie. It's kind of a horror comedy from Tim Burton. The Goonies, again, like I said earlier, is one of my favorite movies. Loved this one as a kid. The 4K to me did offer some clarity, but the color, I didn't really see an improvement. And I don't know if this one's really worth an upgrade, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Love the movie, though. You should have at least one copy of that movie. Deep Blue Sea 3. This one was about, they're kind of like doing these not experiments, but they're like researching these sharks, and these other people were doing experiments. Their shark got free, and they're trying to catch it, and everything goes to heck in that one. Young Sheldon, the complete third season. I don't really have anything to say about that one, I guess. I like it, but Mom. This is the first time I watched Mom, the 7th season. This is about these two moms, and they're like ex-alcoholics and ex-drug addicts and whatever, and they just kind of do all this crazy stuff. It's a funny show. Definitely enjoyed it. We got Black Lightning, the 3rd season on Blu-ray. Not my favorite DC movie, not my favorite DC show, but it was pretty good. I liked it for sure. Riverdale season 4. Of course, Riverdale. Who doesn't love Riverdale? I'm trying to remember exactly what happened in this season, and it's not coming to me, guys. Like, there's a lot of titles. Full Metal Jacket. This is my first time watching this great Stanley Kubrick movie. It's almost like two movies. You got the training, boot camp, and then you got when they go to the war. The 4K, I think, looks good. Like, some people were saying it was great. Definitely offered clarity. There's some scenes that have great colors, but a lot of this is kind of like muted green and brown and whatnot. So the 4K I thought looked good, but it wasn't one that I particularly loved. But the movie is really good about soldiers. What war was it? Vietnam War, I believe. Definitely a very interesting movie. And then we had The Plot Against America. This was kind of like a alternate reality where the U.S. doesn't enter World War II, and kind of the fallout of that. This is a movie. This is like a mini series, but it's very interesting to me. Though I like the acting, and I like the story, and I like the characters. but I felt like if you're taking like an alternate look at like what would happen if the U.S. doesn't enter World War II, I felt like more should have happened. Like, I mean, there's kind of like this anti-Jewish movement in the U.S. in this, but I mean, something bigger should have happened, and so I was a little disappointed in the way this ended. I just wish they had gone a little more out there. It is based on like a book or something though. So, and the last thing I have is the Flintstones, the complete series on Blu-ray. I love this show. It's it's a lot of fun. Prehistoric family and all the trouble they get into. It's a fun show, a funny show. Good thing to watch with the family. The Blu-rays looked good. Definitely enjoyed that one. So that's it, guys. Ton of pickups. I'm sorry I didn't remember everything what they were about, but I reviewed so much, and I would just want to thank you guys again, like for the millionth time, like for supporting me in the videos, and you guys really make all this possible. So I want to thank you. I don't know, people are still coming in now, but the video is over. So if you guys did miss it, please go back and watch the whatever they call it, the replay when it's available. This video is like 45 minutes long, so it'll probably be a little while, but be sure to check that out. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check out sis videos. And for more movie news, check out our website, bobsmoviereview.com. And I'll see you guys next time.